Hey, still with us?
All right, that's progress. So the good news is your arm was blown clean off, so there wasn't enough time for subspace cavitation to set in, which means we can still replace it.
Initializing
Now,
print
it might
sequence.
take a little while for the new nerves to stitch together, but your arm should be back to normal in a few weeks. The bad news is your old arm was technically only obliterated in this dimension, so you might still feel some lingering stimuli from its mass echo in hyperspace. You'll learn to ignore it. Now, if you start experiencing any hallucinations, visions, general revelations, don't worry. You're not going crazy. It's all very real. If anyone asks you to destroy time, you just say no thank you.
Bioprint successful.
Got all that? Any questions? Good? Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. All right, let's try and actually run this. All right, me and Casey will go wait in line. All right, so that there's a line. And okay, so we'll go over here. No, you're it's like undercover boss, right? You're pretending to be a customer, but he doesn't know. Here, let's switch hats so he doesn't know who we are. Here, come wait in line with us. We're at the DMV. Those are not okay, sure. I think you wearing that is some like weird religious form of stolen valor, but okay. Except like for an actual god and not one of the fake ones. Okay. Here, all right, I'll go first. All right, who could this be? Ooh, you don't
Oh
know.
wow, who is this individual?
Yes, I'd like my ticket, please.
Here's your ticket.
Okay, I've got my
Yes, let me
ticket.
press the button that's definitely here and
And
open
the
up
turnstile turns,
the
yeah.
turnstile. Yep, there you go.
Yep,
Boom.
ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
Hello there, old lady. Yes, would you? Oh, yep. Oh, young lady.
Hey,
Yes,
for all you
yes.
know, that could be Veritir Jathron Eggelai. Look at that hat.
There you go. Boom. I press the button. Ooh,
Chunk,
turnstile
chunk,
opens.
chunk.
Wow, look at that. Howdy do. Here's your ticket. Yes, yes. Yes, the turnstile that's definitely
Chunk,
here
chunk,
activates.
chunk.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello, I have a ticket.
Oh, excellent. I'll
I'm
be
number
taking that.
one.
Number one. Yeah.
Oh, okay, this needs some work. Okay.
See. There we go. You got to
Okay.
do it right.
And then this turnstile opens presumably.
Excellent. Yes. Now seeing number one.
Yep. Hello, I'm number one. I
Yeah.
guess I'll stand.
In terms of.
I would like
There we go.
canal. Thank
Yep.
you. I
There's
sign.
a canal. Yeah. Sign.
Yeah, let me get my
And put it
pen.
in the
Okay.
bookcase or
Kieran,
something. I don't
Matthew,
know.
Bjarthronazen, Xavier, Arceus, Avion the Second, MEA, Veritir of the Archean Legion.
Lights come next.
Yeah. And then sign
Put
that,
it back
and
or
then
something. And then I put it over there. Yes,
yeah.
yes. All right, get out of here.
Okay, and then I'm out through this way, and then I can check out the. Now when I've signed this, do I have to take it over to records to be notarized?
Well, there will be someone else at records, which is
Yeah.
going to be waiting there for you
Yeah, and then I have to take it
to
over to be
notarize.
notarized, and then they'll put it on the shelf, presumably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
You
of
have
course.
a little trapdoor that opens under your chair that pops you into a minecart, so you beat them over there.
Number two. This, hello. Oh, you gotta. There we go. Yep. Yes, yes. Now seeing number two. Yes. Excellent. Here, sign this. Excellent. And and then you take that and get out of here. Proceed down the pathway. And okay.
Yeah. All right, Casey.
Yes.
Let's swap hats back.
Hello. Excellent. Ticket number 3. Yes. Now seeing number 3.
Hang on, I gotta stay and watch for
Yes. Sign this.
for the people, for the folks at home.
Yes.
Yep, and then
Yes. Excellent. Now you take that. Oh.
yeah.
Oh, that's the ticket. Hold on. Yes.
Still some kinks to iron out.
Now get out of here.
Yep, and then we got to go over to the records bureau over here. All right. Presumably there will be a sign or something, an arrow pointing you this way, so that you know to come over here to get your thing notarized. And I guess you just sort of, there's a guy here, you know, waiting.
Aha! No, there is no bell.
No, the bell is out being served. Excuse me, I was number 1. Hello.
Oh yes.
I'd like my contract notarized. I believe I left it with you earlier.
Oh yeah, it's boom. There we go.
Yeah, and then you would just put it on that shelf,
Yep.
and yeah, and then
Hello.
Yep. Yeah, it was actually Casey the whole time. I know you couldn't tell with his hat different, but
Oh really? Yeah, I couldn't
yeah,
tell because of the red arm. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. Great. Notarized. Boom. There we go.
yeah, okay, and then yeah, now it's been signed.
Yep.
And we're free to explore the
Excellent.
the visitor
Yes.
center.
Boom. There we go. No, it's only one canal.
Yes, but we get to eat anything in your fridge. Okay, I can't salvage the rest of this. It's not coherent. There's no train of thought. These are just things that happened, and you're going to sit and you're going to watch them because they're important later. But I can't weld them together. Okay, we're moving the villagers into the magenta house down by the river, and then we're going back to the canal, but we're not doing canal work. We're talking about a fish. Okay, you got all that? All right, we're going. Sir, I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Thank you. Hey, Casey. Check out this shirt that I just found on the ground. Isn't that wild? It was just sitting there on the normal temperature ground. Look at that. Look, pearlescent frog lights. Look at all those. We can get twice as many. We just have no emeralds at the moment. But we can fix that because this guy wants sticks. Come on, do something.
I thought it would be something like special because it's on the ground, but it's not.
Nope. You got a lot to learn about Duey. Look, whatever we name this fish will be the name for this species of fish here out and throughout the universe. We got to make it good. Well, you know, that one on the left, that's kind of the color of our base.
It almost kind of is. Yes.
With the mud and the moss, you know.
Axolotls.
So that's the.
I know what I'm going to say if you don't say something, but I want you to say it first because it's too obvious.
Fish buck 2?
I was going to say Timbuk fish,
Timbuk fish.
but I don't want to call it that because we just did the Palms Ahoya fish, and I'm not going to, and we're also just not calling the base Timbuk 3.
Fine.
Well, what's the one on the right then?
Well, it's pink and orange is what it is. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna pass on that one.
No, it's a blockfish,
flounder.
actually.
I'm not naming an entire species of fish Jane Flounder.
This might just have to be the Baskin-Robbins rainbow sherbet with real pulp.
I think any other combination of colors, I could come up with something.
Yeah, right.
This is
not
just
great.
Baskin-Robbins rainbow sherbet. Zactagon, if we leave this fish here, someone else is going to grab it and name it Jane Flounder.
That won't happen. I'll put a lid on the tank.
I'm putting it in my
Like
ender
accident to
chest.
stop someone.
Okay.
What was that weird plant we were looking at
So many.
There's a lot of
that
them.
grows in like that monastery or whatever it was?
The strangler fig.
It's a strangler fish.
Oh, it kind of does look like the tattletale strangler.
That's
Almost.
true. Strangler fish. All right, and then I think if I put this guy down and pick him back up. They're just called that by default. I don't know what to tell you. Well, I'm putting down...
This one's called like a chiclet or something.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that.
It's a cotton candy betta.
Yeah.
Yes. A tomato clownfish.
Yeah.
These caves are so damn big.
Dotty back.
Okay, you got a lot of fish.
Red-lipped blenny.
Oh yeah, classic Blenny.
Cod.
Okay. All right, you made it. We're done naming the fish. We can move past that. Now instead we're naming a dog. Christ, what a week.
Pete, a bull terrier, would happily have stayed at the White House, but he was finally exiled to Sagamore Hill, the family's country house on Long Island.
What did he do?
Oh, well, Pete had a propensity for nipping at the heels of White House visitors.
Well, this is Panama Pete then.
Who wrote this? This is AmericaComesAlive.com. He took his final nip from the French ambassador, ripping the fellow's pants.
His final nip.
With that, he was banned from Washington by the president.
By the president.
Yes.
And these are dogs.
This was a dog, yes.
Yes, it's just
owned
a dog,
by
yeah.
Theodore Roosevelt, one of our greatest presidents. What is the Panama Hut? Okay.
Here it is.
You know, we can sell those.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so what happened exactly?
Well, I needed somewhere to put the chests, and I was like, yeah, I didn't want to put them anywhere else we already had, so I had to make a shed. Yeah,
You made a cabana?
Yeah. Yeah, this is
Okay.
privacy. There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Some windows.
Yeah.
For this, and a purpose.
Well, it's
for it.
the archives. It could be
Yeah,
the
well,
could
yeah.
be the history museum. It's also missing a back wall against the bridge.
Yeah. That's
This
probably
could
the most
be
important thing.
where we could have exhibits that tell. We could have little tables with maps on them that mark the locations of all of our canals.
Oh, that's an idea.
If somebody makes a canal, they have to mark it on a map and bring it back and put it in one of our display cases.
Oh, okay. I've got some item frames.
Yeah.
Oh.
What if? Now, this would, of course, detract from the utility of the records room over here. What if these were bookshelves underneath the map? And in the bookshelf, we have copies of 2 of these maps, right?
And the associated contract.
And the associated contract.
Ah, well, you could have copies of the contract.
Yeah, you have a copy of the contract, so you can come in and reference. You know, you can see purpose for
Yes,
request. You know, coordinates. We're going to make them have to fill out a whole form now. It's not just signing a contract.
Oh, of course.
Get it stamped by the Panamanian Port Authority. You know what I should do? When I patch the resource pack, I gotta add in a special Unicode character that only we know, so that we can have a seal of approval that we put on all the contracts.
That makes it official.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what we got.
Yep.
Ready for this? Okay. Page 1, reason for request, location of canal, name of canal, duration of stay. Page 2, date of request, ticket number, initial, signature. Page 3, I, the oversigned, acknowledge that I remain responsible for the construction and upkeep of the canal authorized herein and agree to waive claim to all profits, fees, or proceeds collected as part of the standard operation of the canal at the discretion of the Panamanian Port Authority. This document entitles the bearer to a single-use, non-refundable, and non-transferable license for the use of the Panama Canal trademark brand in conjunction with one artificial maritime waterway subject to site review and approval by the Panamanian Port Authority Eastern Claims Office. And then in fine print in the back, for full terms and conditions, please refer to Form 859T Green Master Copy on file at Tathane Guyana Shoal System. Unauthorized reproduction of this document may be punishable by up to 5 years in Panama jail and a fine of 250,000 keels wheat, standard. All right, Christ, I finally got 2 minutes to myself. Let's get back to doing some actual work instead of going to bed, which is what I should be doing. Okay, Christ, what was I doing? Was it this? I think I was working on this. So this is the tree growing area, which isn't really, I leave it alone for 2 seconds and people plant trees outside the designated tree growing area. It's not really good at all. I just sort of threw it together and then got distracted. I am sort of limited in what I can do for decoration because I can't use, like I can't mix actual dirt into any paths I put over here because it will get overridden by the podzol. I think I'm going to do just like 3 rows, paths between them, some form of decoration on the outside. Still don't know what. Thing about a lot of orchards, which I guess is the closest approximation to what this is. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about with the corners. Is they're not really decorated. The decoration is the trees, but in this case, the trees are there to be cut down. I guess it's more of a logging operation, right? But those are just, you know, stark and depressing. There's no whimsy there. That's a shovel. I know that I can't make the paths out of dirt because they'll get overridden by podzol. So I've got some packed mud, and I've got some mud brick and some mushroom blocks and some of these. So we're gonna see what happens. I don't even know if this is a multiple of 2. This might not actually, I might have to make this bigger. But we're gonna try, I think the path's gonna come along here and have the path, I guess, just sort of end for now till I decide that I need to put in another. This is just hollow underneath. I flattened this out fairly manually. It's not great. Just don't look at it, really, would be my advice. This was a good change. Some of that. Leave some spots open. I don't know why I do this. I engineer it in such a way that I'm leaving spots open and then I come back and fill them in instead of just filling the whole thing in right away. And then, because like this would be a lot easier, and then I just come back and fill in the gaps. I don't know why I have decided that the other way is more efficient. Of course, now that I'm doing it this way, I don't like it. So, this is why, is because I run out of the base material faster, and I'm a cheapskate. I don't even know if dirt path and mud brick are going to work together. I should probably figure that out if I'm planning to do mud this season, but whatever. Yeah, so this is where we go back, and I also don't have a lot of mud, which is another problem if I'm going to be doing mud this season. I don't have enough of these to do this. This is another reason I need the tree growing areas. I need to have a place where I can plant mushrooms too. You all are getting on my last nerve. Fortunately, won't be a problem for long. Get out of here. Throw one here, maybe? Yeah. and one there, and that's all those that I have. And I don't know what I'm gonna do for decoration around here. Like, I don't know what I can do that isn't gonna turn into Podzol immediately, right? But I think I just gotta get more mud. This might not be enough. Podzol doesn't convert dirt paths, right? I kind of wonder. Is that anything? Mixing in like actual... I'm going to say no. I don't think I like that. I don't think that's very good. And I'm going to pretend I didn't do that. Right. Well, in the absence of mud, let's switch gears a little bit. As with last season, we've got a couple more options for cobblestone. We've got these cobblestone bricks as previous. I don't know that I used these a whole lot last season, but I made their presence known, so I'm going to pretend everyone is up to speed on that and hope that I'm right. There is a... What are you? Oh, God. There is what appears to be an infant mockingbird that has crashed into my window with a seed in its beak, staring at me from the azalea bush outside my windowsill, which means that the mockingbirds that live on my lawn have successfully raised another brood, and it will be another year of listening to the bird call top 40 repeated ad nauseum in the tree outside my window. It's rough. I have a I don't know what the hell kind of tree it is, but you know, a tree outside my window that has a nest of mockingbirds in it. A whole family, as best as I can tell. It's a very large group, and they start on their mockery, as it were, at 2 in the morning, pretty much every day, and don't stop until probably about 5 in the afternoon. And it's the worst. I can't stand it. I've heard every bird call on the eastern seaboard probably about 7 times now. And now they've hatched more, and they know where I live because they just look directly in my window at me. And it's going to be a rough couple of months, I'm sure. You'd think when mating season finished and they'd successfully raised their brood that they would actually stop, but they don't. They just keep chirping. This is gonna be a long area of moss. I'm going rogue on this one. And you know what? Some brick in there too. We're gonna break up the pattern a little. That's not the brick. I think that looks tolerable. I think this is actually gonna look a lot better once it's all Podzol, because I think this macrocosm right here, microcosm. Macrocosm is an episode of Star Trek Voyager, KirbAvion. I think this looks better than this to me. I think this shade of brown works with this brown and yellow better than it does with the green. I think the green is a little too blue. I think in like a plains biome, which is where I'm planning to build, as I'm sure you're aware by now, this would probably look fine, but let's go see what she was doing. She leaves and she still interrupts me. I think she's working on like a villager trading area over on our shopping district island. I haven't really gotten a good look at this. Let me get my spyglass out. Let's see what's going on over here. What is all this then? Okay. It's easier than making mud in vanilla, but it is still a little bit unpleasant. The thing that hurts the most, I think, is that I ran out of mud when I was, this close to being done. Like, the path just goes here and ends. I do like these mud bricks. There's a lot of recent additions that I have some gripes with. And frankly, mud bricks are part of some of those gripes, but they do look pretty good. What I don't like is that they represent another addition to the game of blocks in the brown, green, and orange range. Because there are just brown, green, gray, and orange, I think, are the most common block colors in the game. And that's one of 2 blue blocks in the game, and like one of 2 that actually has a slab. And that's the closest thing we have to purple. We have like purple, but that's, you know, sort of a dull lavender. It's not a very versatile. Like copper, I think, sort of represents the macrocosm of like everything that bugs me about recent editions. I don't like I like copper. Don't get me wrong. I think it looks pretty good. I'm planning to use it, you know, not too extensively, but in non-zero quantities in my future construction. But there are like 1,000 different variants of copper. You've got copper, cut copper, chiseled lamps, grates, and they're all either green, brown, or orange. So that's sort of my problem. There's a lot of brown and a lot of green, and there's very little there. And there's no like blue, right? There's teal. Prismarine is teal. Warped wood is teal. The only blue in the game is either stuff that's dyed, like concrete, that doesn't have slabs or stairs or fences or walls or any variant whatsoever, or lapis lazuli. And those are your options. And God help you if you want to do anything else. But, you know, whatever. Let's add dog armor instead. I would like to mix in more of this mushroom block in patches too, because that's a very close texture. It's a little bit smoother, so I think it'll fit well in there. I just need to get more mushroom block is the main thing, and widen this part a little bit, I think, and maybe narrow in that. What is the equivalent of widen for narrow? I guess just narrow. I guess narrow is a verb. How did we let that happen? Okay, yeah, so this is now, alrighty, representative of 1 stack of saplings. So if you come in here, if you want to plant a full row. Oh, yeah, here we go with these guys again. Okay. Trying to do something nice over here. Keep getting bit by things. Do that. And this has not been chopped down yet. So I'm just going to do this. And you know what? I fixed this problem in the next patch, so I'm fine with it, and just gonna do that. Light up the area a little bit, you know? It's probably fine. Oh shoot, it's the new guy. I gotta go. Alright, I can be a little more specific than that. So every season or so we try adding a couple new people to the server. And you know, it doesn't always stick, that's just how these things go sometimes. Sometimes they accidentally destroy a $4 million airplane engine turbine and get reassigned to Siberia, or sometimes it's something else. And back between June and July, we tried again and actually have yielded some results. And that's all, and he will not be in the rest of this episode. Poor guy, wanted to be in one of these so bad. God, I gotta get out of the bird plate. Okay.
Now he's on.
Seems like a fine, upstanding young fella that Casey keeps decapitating. I'm gonna go get dinner. Alright, so here's sort of how that turned out. Again, I need to go in and actually like decorate around here. I just don't know what that's actually gonna be. Probably put some podzol there or something too. And obviously this is gonna be a going concern. But this is sort of what it's looking like, what it will look like just in general. You know, it's not. It's a farming area. It's not going to be glamorous, but I'm missing a couple of things. I want to put in a path, and I want to extend my platform out so that it links up with the path somewhere around here. I think there is a good place for a dock. I can have some stairs maybe run up to this section of the path. but that's even less interesting than what I was doing here, so I'm not gonna bother to make a whole performance out of that. So I got a couple more things I want to get done, and by a couple I mean maybe 2. There might have been something else that I'm forgetting, but there's so as with the previous season, Foundation sort of ports over the idea that you can automatically plant crops and automatically harvest them, but it works a little different. The way I was doing it last season was not the most performance-friendly way to do it. It was the most, gameplay-friendly way to do it, but having to tick every seed drop. No. How on earth did he do that? Oh, you can use formatting codes in the book, can't you? I didn't realize you could do that. I was like, the lore text is supposed to be white. What did you do? Okay, I need to back up. Casey set up a wool farm and it was running like a poll to see, like, place your bets, which sheep is going to be the best producing, and I guess that just finished. But yeah, I was not aware that the formatting codes would work, because you put it in a written book and you put it on a lectern and you smack it with the thing, and I guess formatting codes work there. That didn't occur to me that would happen, because it's supposed to just be white. I don't think I have anything with that on it, but I guess I won something. But I would like to say, the way Casey had the redstone wired up, the sheep in the back row were dependent on the sheep in the front row being harvested to harvest, so they were actually getting sheared, because the sheep in the front would get sheared the moment their wool regrew, but the sheep in the back row wouldn't get sheared until someone in the front row had their wool regrow. So they were just sitting there wasting valuable time. So the whole thing was rigged, basically, which is why obviously I bet on one of the ones in the front. But proved not to be an issue. Also, I took 2 yellow wool out of the barrel because I needed it to make a banner. Don't tell Casey. Shoot. What was I doing? I gotta get the hell out of here. My inventory, or my storage system is just a mess. I got nowhere to put all of these. The wood is full. I guess there's one slot left. I can put that in there. I should just make a bunch of this into charcoal. Oh no, you know what? You know something I can do? I could turn this spruce wood, or these spruce logs, into spruce wood. And now 4 stacks has turned into 3, and I've compressed it. And you can actually turn it back into logs like that. The other llama mistakenly believed that this was a way to compress wood, not knowing that you cannot turn it back into logs in vanilla. And I added it because I felt bad for her. I think that happened I'm assuming that happened. That's what DarkLlama told me happened. It could be completely wrong. I don't know. But yeah, so that's compressed now. Stupidest thing in the world. I don't know what I'm going to do with these sticks, saplings. This is just, it's awful. I got to move out. We have the spot where we're going to build, so I don't know why we're still here. Tough. I just have tough now, I guess. Okay. Well, what the hell was I talking about? Wheat farms, right? You can auto plant and auto harvest seeds. It's bad for performance if I'm like ticking seeds every tick to see if they're being planted by a dispenser, but there are ways to do it. I'll show you. So what confused me about that, why I lost my train of thought entirely, is that my jukebox used to be here. I just moved it back down here. So I was like, didn't I just get rid of that? But anyway, so you can do this, right? And then eventually it'll plant itself. So I'm going to try and set up some sort of... I want it to be sort of a multi-function... It's just going to be like a tiny wheat farm is basically what I'm going to set up. It's just going to be a 1-block wheat farm. But I want to try and set up a multi-function wheat farm. I want to be able to both have it run passively, but also I can put bone meal into it and have it like run in overdrive for a while. But that's a tricky proposition. I might actually put it down where the villager is, because that gives me room to cut into the mountain, and we're going to be getting rid of these villagers. Ow, ow. So I think I maybe want to put it just in here, right? This sort of got commandeered for these guys. So this is going to be, it's tricky redstone. I sort of have a mechanism in place for this. I don't even have regular torches. This is going to be obnoxious. All right, so I'm kind of winging this. I have no real plans. There's going to be a hopper here, and this is going to stay locked. We're going to have a piston here, I guess, that pulls back the dirt or the farmland. A lot of the time when I see people have an automatic wheat farm harvesting mechanism, they put it on a timer. And that doesn't always work because sometimes wheat grows at weird rates, and if the wheat has not grown and the timer goes off, you just get seeds. So instead of that, I want it to be on a counter. And I want the counter to increment up by 1 every time there is a block update on the wheat. And I believe wheat seeds have 7 stages of growth. This would have been a great opportunity to have wheat seeds so that I could, put them down and look at them. We're breaking new ground here because this is not something that exists in vanilla, and thus is not something where there is precedent for this sort of circuitry really existing. So this is going to put the redstone block here. This is why you don't wing redstone on camera. So let's see. Let me think here. All of that is to say, what exactly? Okay, I'm gonna do something really weird. We're gonna have this piston and a redstone block. I will do anything to avoid going to get more supplies. All right, I'm completely changing my approach here. So when this runs out of items, that pulls back, and when an item goes back in, that pushes back in, and the seed drops out and will eventually be replanted. Okay, I'm not happy with this, but it does work. When this empties, this pulses technically 9 times and resets back into here. It's not how I would do it, but it is how I did it. So it's not how I wanted to do it, but it works. And it's a reset mechanism, so that's the hard part. Now the slightly easier part is just running the whole reset system. So whenever this loses power, we retract this piston. Okay, that dispensed, that's there, it's planting. Hopefully there's no scenario where that flies out of the affected area. Okay, 1. Good, now we wait. And I'm just going to sit here, I guess. Yeah, all right. This doesn't work. I left this running overnight, and I came back, and all the seeds had been harvested, but the counter was out of sync, and there was no wheat in any of the hoppers. I don't know what the hell the problem is. I'm going to make this thing manual. We have enough bone meal. Hey, look, it works, everybody. Exactly how I intended it to when I set out the first time, and I didn't have to compromise on any additional features. This was what I intended to do all along. When am I going to learn? Don't make autofire. This is the second time this has happened to me with a stupid wheat farm. Season 5 all over again. Here, hang on. Let me in. I'll work.
We don't have tickets.
Let me in. I'll work the ticket counter.
Okay. Hold on. You go.
Here, I'll go around to the door that opens very briefly. Yeah. Okay. Let me in here. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay. You can come on in, sir. Yeah, yes. Is there an anvil over here or something?
No.
It's fine. Okay. Here's you're gonna
You
want
can
to.
make
You're
an
gonna want
anvil.
to. This is your ticket. You're gonna want to hang on to this. That your ticket number is 8773. And you're gonna want to. You're gonna want to go around that way. All right. And if you could hand that back to me, I'll check your ticket. All right. Okay. Yep. Yep. All right. Good. All right. Right this way, sir. How do I put things back in the hopper?
Oh yeah, you can't do that. No, no, put that back. Put that back. Oh man.
I like that you've engineered this, that the ticket taker cannot see through the windows of the door. This is this. I think this is rock bottom. Saxicon.
Anyway, that's the contract there.
We've hit rock bottom.
So if you just want to read that over,
We can only go up from here.
there's it's all the terms and conditions except for the ones that it doesn't include.
Yeah, those are on file at the auxiliary claims office at Tathane, Guyana in the Sheol system. What
Oh.
about the one that goes into your house? You've done a vertical canal from the bottom of your cave to the top.
How would you get that on a map? We haven't accounted for underground.
You have to hand draw a sketch of it and upload it to the website. We have hit rock bottom here.
Now, I think there's
What happened?
you're gonna have to see this.
Yep, okay. Okay. Reason for request. Funsies, okay. Location of canal, Bird Plate Bay. Name of canal, Ad Rock. Duration of stay, infinite. Date of request is, I guess, correct. Ticket number is wrong. Initial, yeah. Okay, so now, Casey, you can't. I'm not even supposed to be here today. Casey, there's already an Ad Rock canal. There's no easy way to tell you this. Yeah. You can let yourself out.